So, some result at the weekend. Did you see it coming?
No, to be honest, but it shows what they're capable of, and it's lifted the place and lifted the players, and it's a good marker now for upcoming games, big games. Obviously, Rangers in town tomorrow, and Livingston at the weekend, and then Rangers again, and then Hearts. So they don't come any bigger than that. So I don't think the players need any extra motivation. They've got to drink up the feeling they got from after the game, park it, and look for more of
that. I know you said after the game that you were annoyed at previous performances, given how well you saw your team perform.
I'm annoyed at the differential between the levels of performance. That's all, because I know what the players are capable of, and they haven't been showing that. And now it just shows you what a little bit of confidence can do. The body language is better, the running abilities are better, their close control is better, and their will to win, desire, all those things were there that we expect from them on a regular basis.
Do you think that win against Hamilton just gave it a bit more confidence going into the game?
Probably, yeah. I mean, it was a long run, it's not been like us. And the second half at Hamilton, there was a lot of good signs, of coming back to form, and obviously we've emphasised that with the win against Celtic. But the 3 points is the most important thing, and we know if we can overcome Rangers, we'll be back in the top 6, and then all of a sudden we start to look a real threat again in this division, which is what we want.
I know a couple of tough games coming up against Rangers and Livingston, but how much of a difference does it make being at home? I know you were quite vocal about having to play a lot of away games earlier in the season.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous amount of away games we played early on, so we got to capitalise on the home advantage. Any advantage we can get against a team like Rangers is important, so we have to maximise that as best we can.
They're sitting top of the league, which is obviously brilliant for them, but going into the game, they've only scored 1 goal in the last 6 games from open play. They've just been knocked out of the Europa League. Is it fair to say it's not a bad time to play them?
It's never a good time to play a team the calibre of Rangers. They're a different animal this year. I think they're tougher to beat. I think that Steve's added more steel certainly to them, and they're very athletic, well drilled. So off the back of beating Celtic, it's a good time for us to play anyone really in terms of psychological side of the game. But we're not getting carried away with one good performance. We've got to build on that now.
What do you made of Stephen's progression from player to manager?
Excellent. He's been really impressive, and did a great, fantastic run in Europe. I don't think anyone envisaged that, and they played very, very well, and now they're top of the league. So I don't think anyone can ask any more in the short space of time he's been there for what he's doing.
You're top of the league, as you say. It's so tight at the top. Even when I look at yourselves in 8th place, you're only 8 points off the top. It's so tight. I mean, do you expect it to really go to the wire? Do you think this could be the first time in a while that Celtic perhaps don't win the league? We could have someone else win the trophy.
It's possible. I still see Celtic as heavy favourites. I think, whatever, from your own experience, the European games do take. Celtic have played a lot of games, as have Rangers. I think, after the break, both teams will take stock of things and maybe look to strengthen. But it'll be closer maybe than most years, but I still say Celtic could be heavy favourites for the title.
You started to bleed quite a few of the younger players into the team now, and they're beginning to have a real impact in the team. How good are the class of 2018, if you want to put it like that?
I don't want to get carried away, we just drip feed them in. Ryan obviously is now a first team player. Ollie, as I said on Sunday, didn't have a great start to the season, but the last month or so he's started to look more like himself and has been immense in the games for us. And obviously Sean's performance on Saturday gave us a lot of encouragement, but to get one in is good, but to have 2 or 3 around it now is brilliant for what we want to do. It's signs of progress for what we're doing in the background, and hopefully they can take a lot of confidence from the performance obviously against a side of the calibre of Celtic, but they've got to do that on a consistent basis, and also it shows the ones bubbling under that there's a pathway there for them if they want to apply themselves the right way.
Does that keep the more experienced players on their toes, and if so, how healthy is that for the whole sort of dynamic of the squad?
Very healthy, yeah, and the boys know that they've got these kids breathing down their necks now, and they know that they're capable of playing at this level.
I know you've spoken about trying to bring players in January. What discussions have you had actually with the board in terms of budget and what will be available to you? Will you have to let players go, bring others in, or are you quite happy with?
Possibly. We will look to add to the squad, there's no question of that. We are a bit late in terms of numbers. We've had a board meeting this morning, and we never discuss budgets, you know. We other people work within the constraints of the budget, and we are told what we have to play with, and we'll try and get the best players in on that sort of wage.
Quite encouraged though with, obviously the board meeting was this morning, quite encouraged with the discussions you've had?
I think Sunday helped.
Yeah.
You know, it puts everyone in good form going forward. So yeah, it was. The board have been very, very supportive here. I've enjoyed it so much, you know, working with these people. So we're healthy. You know, we are healthy, and we want to remain that way. But we also want to be very competitive on the football front as well.
How's Slivka?
He's having a fitness test in the morning, so hopefully not as bad as we first thought.
I know Scott Brown's someone you know very well, and there was a bit of debate after the game over whether it should have been a red or a yellow card. What were your thoughts on the tackle?
At the time, nothing. You know, the yellow card. Afterwards, a little bit reckless, borderline maybe red, but I wouldn't complain if it was a yellow card. And thankfully, Vicky's not too bad. So in the heat of the moment, in the pace of the game, was overly reckless? Not really.
Okay. And any other fitness updates going into the game?
Milligan trained today, Boyle trained today, so they'll be out of the squad, and Gray and Hanlon aren't a million miles away now as well.
Okay. It's another just huge occasion, and everyone I think plays football, even if you don't have a dog in the fight, we're looking forward to this one tomorrow night. Your team seem to raise their game really on the big occasion. Why do you think that is? Or do you think it's just easy for players to do that?
I think it's easy for players to do that. You know, the crowd are up for it as well. It's under the lights, and subconsciously players want to play against the best and raise their game. So I want more of that on a weekly basis, because we know we're capable of it. We proved that last year, and we want to be in and around it. So tomorrow's really important that we win the game and get ourselves in the top 6, and then we can look at the teams above us then and start trying to catch them.